Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Claire. I'm a YouTuber and a makeup artist based in Lagos, Nigeria. If this is your first time here, welcome. Subscribe to my channel, watch the other videos, like, comment, and turn on your post notifications because this channel has a lot it's going to bring to you. Today we're creating looks, we're creating summer looks. You heard it right, summer looks, yeah. So we are going to be doing a yellow eyeshadow with a hint of either orange or pink. I'm not certain, but it's something very colorful. Keep watching and I'll see you at the end of the video. Hi. As usual, my routine, I start with my Meron Pep and Prime Skin. It's an oil block and oil control on my T-zones. And I'm going back in with my moisturizer of all time, my COS RX moisturizer. This corner of my eye, my lids, and the remaining part of my face where I did not apply my oil block. So if you have an oily skin, you can still use, in fact you're supposed to use moisturizer. You cannot miss using moisturizer. If you have a dry skin, you can go heavy on moisturizing because it's going to help your makeup not to dry and look so kicked out. And now the most important holy grail, which is your primer. I mean, what are you doing makeup? Why are you doing makeup if you don't have a primer? Primer is what is going to make your makeup last longer. You know, it's the base. The most important thing in your makeup is actually your base. How do you start the makeup? Because I mean, you have to lay a foundation, right? You have to like start your, just like building. You have to like lay the foundation before you start erecting the structure. Is it not? So yeah, makeup is like that too as well. You have to make sure that your base is, you know, all gathered up against too much oil, against sweat. You know, what are the things that you do that make your makeup last longer? Primer is one of the things that you have to. Moisturizing, priming is very important before you even start your foundation. Back to my foundation, I always mix my Huda Beauty foundation in gingerbread with my Born This Way foundation in chai. You're going to apply this all over your face, every part of your face, to not miss anywhere, including underneath your chin. But it's always best to match your foundation with your face and your chest, not your neck. Unless you're wearing a dress that only your neck is going to show, then you're going to match your face to your neck. If you're wearing a dress that only your hands are going to show, you're probably going to have to match your face to your hands. But you don't want to be looking dark and light hair or light hair and dark hair, either ways. So you have to match your face to it, but the part of your body that is more pronounced. Most of the times it's usually our chest, you know. And it's better to match it to your chest than to match it to your neck. But if your complexion is similar, then use your foundation. Try to avoid putting foundation on your neck because most of the times when you sweat, it trickles down and stains your clothes. Then lastly, we're going to work under our eye area. I try not to put so much product here because I have a lot of work to do here. Concealer is going to go here. I mean, some people don't put products. I still put products. I just don't put too much. And there could be another trick. Sometimes I don't really do that, but it works for me. For my clients, sometimes when I'm doing my foundation, I tend to use a lighter foundation here, so that when I'm using concealer, because a lot of times you end up using concealer, you can use like a normal concealer and use a brightening concealer as well. Sometimes if you're avoiding using so much product on your skin or this area of your eye, you can use a lighter shade of foundation here and then just use the brightening concealer here, and that's all you need to do. But if you don't mind, then you can just do like I'm doing. Like I don't mind, I'll just use my foundation all over my face and then go ahead with my concealers. So this is the end of our foundation, and we're going to go into the contour. My concealer is Carob in Black Opal. Remember, you're contouring all the areas that you want to look slimmer. You want your face to look slimmer. You want your chin slimmer, your forehead slimmer, your nose slimmer. Those are the areas where you contour. So you're working with dark shade. Basically, what you do with your face is light and dark. Don't forget to blend everything in. It's very important. And the next thing I'm going to do is use my blush. Remember that the blush goes between your highlight and your contour. See my contour here, and this is my blush here. Just a little goes a very long way. Makeup is actually very easy if you practice what you learn. Trust me. Now I'm going to add a little bit of my brightening concealer, just spots on my eye and a little bit on my forehead. Just sparsely drop it on my forehead and then I'll blend it out. So now I'm going to set my face with my Huda Beauty powder in translucent. Remember what I told you about dusting off the excesses before you go ahead to put on your face, so you don't have so much powder and it doesn't look too dry. So now I've blended out this area before and I'm just doing it again, and I'm going to just go ahead to drop my powder to set my face. Now you can see what my face looks like. You can see what hair looks like. Now we're going to repeat the same process here. I'm setting my face with Fenty Beauty powder in 440. Notice how I always try to form like some form of C or half moon on my face. I'm trying to make my face look smaller, so I'm putting contour here, hiding this part of my forehead, making it look smaller. Now I'm going to contour my nose, apply powder all over my face and my blush, and we're heading to the eye area. Now don't forget that to contour your nose, you need to start from where your brows start, then down the bridge of your nose. It's very easy. So I like to do my skin work before every other thing because it helps me see the form of my face, and it makes everything easier for me. So the blush I'm using here is VBT blush from their Girls Night Out, the orange one. And I'm going to set all over my face, all the areas where I did not put any contour on. I'm going to set it with my powder shade, which is NC45 in MAC Mineralized Powder NC45. Then I'm going to go in between all the areas where I have done my contour, my highlight, just to diffuse between the contour, the highlight, the blush, and powder that I'm just applying right now. Then I'll set my face with my setting spray. I'm going to bake my face and start my eyeshadow process and the rest of the look of my face. And I'm using Clown White in Beacham Ageless Clown White for the base. Because I'm doing colors and I want it to pop, I'm going to use this on my eyelid. Now what I'm going to use would be these two eyeshadows. This is Blackbird Beauty. These are the colors. And Jaclyn Hill palette volume 2. I'll start with this color again in Homebody. This. Now I'm going to use this color. It's like a dark brown, it's like a shade of brown, to use on the outer crease of my eye, just to give it a bit of depth. So this is just on the outer corners of my eye, just to give it depth. That's all I'm doing there, and that's it. Now I'm going to put back this, just on my lid. So when you open your eyes and it folds, the place that folds is just your lid. That's why I'm just placing this base on. Now the eyeshadow I'm going to use is my Jaclyn Hill palette, this yellow color here, and a little bit of this orange. So I used to dust off the excess before I start dropping. I'm just going to drop. So it felt like I was seeing a patch on my lid, and I'm just going back in with the shadow base that I used. Then I'll go back with my eyeshadow and place it, filling that gap. Color to just to diffuse in between the eyeshadows, in between the two of them. That's the yellow and the yellow color that I used. The yellow color I used is called No Joke, and the orange I'm using to diffuse it is called Feeling Myself. You don't have to use the orange color anyways to do what you want to do. You can just go back with the color that you used, which was the homebody, just to diffuse the in between the two colors. So that's what I'm doing. So I went back in with the eyeshadow that I used from Blackbird, just to intensify how that area looks a little bit. And we're done. If you notice, I rarely use eyeliners for my eyes because it stresses me out when I take it off, and I do not like the black patch that it leaves afterwards. So I'm just going to use the color that I used for this outer corner, which is from the Blackbird, to use on my waterline. So now if you want this to be intense, you can put black eyeliner here and then use this eyeshadow as, but the black eyeliner is going to be like a base for you for the eyeshadow you're going to place on. You know, I'll do it for you guys my next look. But today, this is what we're going to be dealing with. So I'm taking off all the powder that I left on my face for baking, and I'm going to go all over the areas that I have done my contour and highlight again. Then I'll go back in with my blush brush just to bring the blush back in case the powder took it out. Mascara. And while I'm waiting for the mascara to dry, I would go ahead to do my lipstick. Because this is my go-to lipstick, I want to tweak it a little bit. I'm going to add a hint of color from my eyeshadow palette on it. And that's it. Now it's time to do my lashes. We'll start from dropping from the middle. Set my face. Now I'm going to use my highlighter, my dewy highlighter from Cosmetics. And then it's a Myrix for my forehead. I'm using my Zara mascara. This is the volumizing mascara for my lower lashes. Okay. Now the last thing for me to do my lip gloss, and we're done. Okay guys, so this is my final look. Yeah, what do you think? I really do love this look because it's playful, it's not so serious, it's still calm. As much as it's colorful, it's still calm. This is something you can wear during the summer. You can wear it with, I think, any pastel color, to be honest, because it's vibrant, and I love the fact that it's vibrant and it's still calm. So you guys, you can try to recreate it. It's easy, trust me. It's really easy, and there are other several colors that I have done, and there's still a lot more to come. So if this is your first time watching, make sure to subscribe, like, leave a comment, and share. Then turn on your post notification so that whenever I post, you will get to be the first person to see it. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.